Hi.
How was your Monday?
It was good. I'm happy to be here. I love reading these books.
Oh, it has one of my favorite things on the cover.
What's that?
Snow. I love snow.
We are having snow this week, so I wanted to talk about snow a little bit. And this book is called 10 Ways to Hear Snow. It's written by Kathy Camper and illustrated by Kennard Pack. So he drew the pictures.
So you can hear snow?
You can hear snow. Do you want to find out how?
I want to know how you can hear
All
snow.
right, let's get started.
I think I know one way you can hear snow, but I don't know if that's really hearing snow.
When Lena woke up, everything was quiet. Love that. When you wake up and it snowed, oh, it's so silent out. Mm-hmm. No cars honked and no buses chugged. No garbage trucks gulped trash across the street. Snow! Last night's blizzard was gone, leaving the city muffled and white. So very quiet and covered in white. Must have been a snow day. But today was Grape Leaf Day, when Lena would help her grandma make a warka knob. City was losing her eyesight, and Lena loved helping her cook. I want to tell Sadie about the snowstorm and make sure she's okay. But the snow's so deep, Lena's mom said. We could go with you, her dad offered. But Lena wanted to go to Cities by herself. Stay warm, her dad told her, and Lena bundled up. Outside, the sun on the snow was bright. It was as bright white as a light bulb. Lena squinched her eyes and pulled her scarf over her nose. She could barely see. So when you go outside and it's snowing, it's so bright.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
The ground like glows, like a glow.
It does. And then with the wind blowing sometimes and the snow falling, I feel like sometimes I can barely see. I have my hat up, my hat down, and my scarf up so far you can barely see. I feel like Lena sometimes.
I wonder if this is how City feels, Lena thought. The world sounded softer, but the noises she heard were clearer.
So sometimes when you have trouble seeing, your other senses kind of kick in and you can hear things better.
Scrape, 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 scrape. What was that? It was Mrs. Watson's shovel digging out the sidewalk. Well, that's one way to hear snow, Lena thought. Lena, when you have to shovel your sidewalks if you live in town. So that's one thing you're going to hear, because it's when you're going to hear the scrape of shovels or snow plows going down the street. Lena walked down the street. Snack, snack, snack.
That's the one I was thinking of.
The noise was low to the ground. What was that? It was the treads of Lena's boot crunching snow into tiny waffles. There are two ways to hear snow. So you might hear the scrape of a shovel, the snack of the snow.
Yeah.
Lena ducked under a pine tree. Plump! A powdery sound! A blue jay on a branch had knocked down snow. There are three ways to hear snow, Lena counted, and she listened for more. Swish, swish, swish. What was that soft, whiskery noise? People.
What are they doing? You see what they're doing? A swish sound.
They're sweeping snow off their cars. Their brushes made the fourth way to hear snow.
Oh, the brushes.
As Lena walked away, her friends whispered and laughed. Thwomp. Oh no! Lena ran away fast from the seventh way to hear snow.
What happened in that seventh way? Do you see what is flying? There's a little line flying, and it's almost going to hit her. Do you see what that is? Oh, my hand just a little. You make it with the snow, and it's round, and you can throw it. A snowball.
Lena reached City's building, all out of breath, her boots covered with white powder. Stomp, stomp, stomp. She giggled. She was making the eighth way to hear snow.
Stomping that snow off your shoes when you're coming inside.
Hello, Lena, the lady in the lobby said. Go on in. She pointed towards Lena's grandma's room. So Lena's grandma lives in a different place. Lena tapped on the door. Surprise! It's me. I came to make grape leaves with you. Lena threw her coat and mittens on the radiator to dry on the heater. Wonderful! The lamb and the rice are ready, City said. Yalla, I can't wait, Lena shouted. Let's get started. Lena rinsed the grape leaves and placed them on towels. What are you making?
All right, let's find out.
Put some filling in the center, rolled them up, and put them in a pot, said he instructed. So she followed a recipe.
Just like we talked about,
Well,
we're going to talk about later in the week. We followed a recipe in my classroom today, but we're going to talk about that later in the week.
Friday.
I think. Yep.
So they're following a recipe of rolling.
Yep. And they have to fold it a certain way and roll it up.
They kind of look like little sleeping bags. Huh, mine looked like a mustache. Lena held her stuffed grape leaf under her nose. City held hers under her nose, too. That's good. She wrinkled up her face and said, we look like a couple of real tough guys. In a tough guy voice. They're taking selfies. City, did you know we had a blizzard last night? Well, of course. Lena was surprised. How could her grandma know when she couldn't see very well? And she heard a noise. Drip, drip, went the mittens. It was the sound of snow melting. 9 ways to hear snow. Suddenly, Lena understood how City knew. City, did you hear the snow? City smiled. Each morning I open the window and I listen. Today everything sounded hushed and soft. No noise is the sound that means it's snowing.
Oh, yes.
City, I listened too. I heard snow in 9 different ways. Shovels were 1, boots were 2, the blue jay was 3. Slow down, Habidi. I want to hear them all, but right now, shh. City went to the window and opened it again. Listen, she said. Outside, the late blue afternoon was completely still. Quiet is the 10th way to hear the snow.
Oh, that is so nice. I always like right after it snows in the morning and looking out, kind of deciding what's going on for the day. It's so quiet before the snow plows are out.
So when you look outside tomorrow, because it's going to snow tomorrow and Wednesday, and a little bit of flurries on and off all week, but when it snows, take a moment to just listen to it. Listen to the quietness of the snow landing on the ground and watching the snowflakes and the shapes that are all beautiful and look all different.
Yeah. And this is something you can do in any season. It could have been fall and you could have been listening in fall, the leaves in the crunch. So
When it rains,
like it
Monday.
did today, we
Monday.
could listen to the
you can hear the rain on the roof.
rain on the roof.
So make sure you're always listening. So take a moment and be quiet and listen to what's going on outside.
All right, friends, that was such a great story, Miss Sierra. We will see you tomorrow, friends. Bye.